Hello everyone and welcome. Today is a meaningful moment. We are joined by Mohammed Zahoor Awan. He is the leader of the Pakistan United Workers Federation. Zahoor has spent many years giving his energy, his voice, and his conviction to defend the causes of workers in Pakistan, and here at the ILO as a member of the workers group of the governing body. Good morning, Brother Zahoor, and thank you really for being with us. Let's start by looking back at your journey with the ILO. Over the many years, you have been an active and steady member of the workers group of the ILO governing body. Now that you are sitting in your last session, what emotions are you carrying with you?
Thank you very much. In fact, when I see the moments, because I for the first time came here to attend the International Labour Conference as advisor to Pakistan delegation in 1982. So we can well see that since 1982, a little one way or the other, I am connected with all the organization of International Labour Organization. And moreover, then my active role starts as member of the ILO Governing Body from 2014 to now. Although I have still another 2 years left in my mandate, but I wanted to leave to young person who has become the General Secretary of the Federation. So that is one of the reason in which just we should have an easy transformation to the new young who is 34 years old, and he became the General Secretary of Pakistan United Worker Federation. One thing. Now the moments which I remember from 1982 till now, I almost how many decades it is. So working with the ILO and working with this, definitely when I am leaving, so definitely a lot of those institutional memories, which as an expertise I will try to offset it in terms where such occasion it would come, because I am just retiring from the governing body, but will remain in one way or the other with the labor movement as much as in the expertise position to utilize by the organization or by the worker. Moreover, International Trade Union Confederation, I will remain there as their governing body general council member, and in Asia Pacific as the regional chairman of the Asia Pacific this executive bureau. So I think, but leaving the ILO governing body, leaving the colleague, leaving the all my previous record in this way definitely is for me a little emotional in terms how it is. And moreover, when I have written a book on century of ILO for its struggle for social justice and peace, so whenever I see people, they see me and say that they have read the book and they are enjoying and benefiting of that experience of that writing a book, I think it becomes to, and moreover there has been also a farewell here already given by International Trade Union Confederation as well as Asia Pacific region of the ITUC and the workers group as a whole. That has become very much instrumental for me, that how my expertise, but whenever it is needed, how it can be utilized best in the future. Working indirectly with this organization as well as working directly with the labor movement in that capacity.
Brother Zahoor, you mentioned a very important element about the preparation of your successor. And I think it's very important for the labor movement, this message, that it's key to prepare those who will come after. Can you tell us a little bit about the new leader of your organization from Pakistan?
In fact, Brother Mamadou, I became at that time myself, when I became the General Secretary, I was around 37, 38. So therefore, after that, no doubt in between I went also, but then again, because trade union is democratic organization. That is one of the reason in which we would like to have to try it to the youth. Pakistan United Worker Federation merged with the other, and then it became Pakistan United. That is the reason the name was by this way. And moreover, he became the General Secretary of this organization. So then definitely his promotion also came from the behind, and that was the reason I wanted to leave, so that it should go. Although I am 68, 69, so still people in trade union movement in South Asia, they don't leave this position, even going to 80s. But anyhow, it is up to this. But my own intention was that why not at a good position, my 2-year mandate should be given to him to give as much as training to him for this session. And I think when he will come, you will see young, dedicated unionist youth, and moreover, the youth are very happy in the ITUC structure that at least one of their youth, who is still youth committee member because he is 34.
His
So,
name?
His name is Saad Mohammed.
Okay.
So he is youth. So therefore, youth committee also is very happy of the ITUC and ITUC Asia Pacific that their one youth has been accommodated in the leadership position, as well as he will become governing body member of the International Labour Organization worker side. More importantly is this, that already from the ITUC and global labour movement usually say women and youth should be promoted. So at least this is second aspect from me and my side, at least to contribute to it, that a youth has been promoted at both the position. One is back in home and as well as in the international organization to replace me.
You talk about the promotion of youth, but I think your experience is also very, very important. You have been a trade unionist for decades, you mentioned it, since 1982. What moment or which figure first moved to you to step into the labor movement?
In fact, I entered into union movement in 1977 at the age of around 20 years. Before I was student union leader, and moreover one of my mentor, he brought me when he saw some capability in which then I became in the provincial structure of the organization. Importantly, one thing is this, that when you defend the workers' right issue, it is not an easy arse to write. You have a lot of in between, certainly a trouble, in which then definitely, and at the time when I became in the labor movement, at that time there was General Ziaullah, military dictatorship. Although it has not touched much to trade union, but basic fundamental rights were scared, and definitely we have to fight in that way, where we faced military this rule at that time, problems also for trade union, and starting from that way, then of course we got democratic rule also. So in which, so therefore I think it was many dumpy roads we crossed it, but at least we have defended workers' right and trade union right to exist and to function for promotion of welfare of the workers.
Looking back, was there a turning point or a major success that shaped you in lasting way? Just something that you will still hold to close?
I think when you, it's so much broad phenomena in terms of workers' right issues. Still those they are there. It is not overcome. Our struggle is there, struggle will continue, but many bad shape, usually it is coming from one side or the other. But at least at the time, like when I was writing this history of the ILO book, Century of ILO Struggle, and definitely Convention 1, when it came of the working hours, it was not ratified. It got ratification, but sometime like the Britain was the first country to ratify it. But then they said that we ratify it, but it would be only applicable on the mainland of the UK, not to colonies. Now things are different. So struggle has gone up by this way, that now ratification of Convention 1 is universal almost. I think it was ratified on working hours. So by this way, I think now gradually things have been improved in terms where now international labor standard has come so much, where you have standard specified international labor standards. Like for instance, occupational safety and health is very important, but we have mine sector, another convention. We have construction sector, another convention. We have, so by this way, certainly specified convention to the sectorial position has also come. Definitely a protection it has been. Otherwise, internationally, because we have national laws, every country, but then we have international law, that is international labor standard. So therefore, definitely I think I am in that way very happy, at least there are standards locally and internationally to protect workers.
So you have been very active in many battles for the workers' rights. One of them is the question of child labor. One of them is also the question of protection of workers in the informal economy. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience on this?
In fact, we have to still go ahead because this time I think this Marrakesh Child Labor Conference is coming in February. Already the report it has come that certainly if almost minimize, child labor has been minimized 30, 40, 50 million. That was the previous one. So therefore there is some progress, but child labor is there. Child labor, you know, because this is also in our country, South Asia is full of it, where I belong. So then definitely you will see how to overcome this, that there is a continuous, by that way that the child labor, they have the right to learn and play, not to be, but in supply chains, many other instances, and moreover, it is, world has the resources, but then on the other hand, we cannot say that poverty alone contributes for the child labor. It is child labor which perpetuates also the poverty. So adults, 900 million adults, if they are on unemployed, but their children are on job. So that is the reason we have to change it. But anyhow, I think ILO in the continuous process is still going ahead in terms where a lot of child labor conference it has come, and in between then fundamental this department of the ILO is doing its level best together with the government how to minimize this and eradicate child labor. And moreover, one important thing is this: I was part of 182 Child Labor Convention, and it has got a universal ratification. Every country has ratified. So the thing is, this pain has been felt, but then on the other hand, that how these efforts can be crowned with success, this would be for future initiatives also in the continuous process.
Brother Zahoor, you are leaving the ILO at a time when the multilateral system is under real pressure. Why do you believe the ILO needs to be strengthened now, and how do you see trade unions playing their part in that effort?
In fact, trade union has previously also played its part, and moreover, if we see the period of crisis, this is not first time. 1929 economic crisis, then it came era of fascism, which also Mussolini, Hitler, that time ILO was under very much pressure. Then definitely it came also colonialism and many other. Together it came also that at that time US had full withdrawal from the ILO in 1977-78, but it came back in 1982. So it was real economic crisis within the structure of ILO, it was at that time. But then right of strike was also. And now at present circumstances also, I was not feeling well when I see it, but then when I spoke this time to DG, Director General, I said that at that time Francis Blanchard was the Director General, which faced about that there was a regular budget cut of 24-23% of the US withdrawal. But anyhow, let we see that how we can overcome this situation. This is very much alarming, and at this time it should have not been happened. And moreover, what I see in my experience, my study, my research, which usually says that ILO, many times it was said, why we should not say goodbye to ILO. And that was the trade union movement. Social class, it came. And social class came that, okay, if you are saying goodbye to ILO, there were employer organization, there were some government organization. They were saying wave end after fall of Berlin Wall. This waving end, the ILO should go. But then on the other hand, trade union, like you have asked this question, how they played their role. They said, okay, then social class will go to the WTO. Labor standards are there, you cannot finish. And then you will be in the hands of the trade minister. Rather than here, true tripartism, it works. True tripartism. Employer has one vote, worker has one vote in every things, and government has two votes. Why? That they have to implement the decision. So that is the reason they are. So everything here it comes with the tripartite consensus. So therefore, I think in such a case, trade union will stand for it, and trade union has stood for it whenever it comes. ILO will live. ILO should live. It is the global voice of only tripartite nature, where workers, employer and government sit together, and the social dialogue is strengthened. So I think this crisis will be overcome one time.
Finally, imagine a young workers from Peshawar or Islamabad just starting their first job today. As a strong trade union leader, what would you say to encourage the young generation to join the labor movement and to believe in their own power to make the change?
In fact, in Turin Center one time I was giving lecture, and moreover in Italy also, youth people in the universities. The problem is this, that youth and new people are not coming towards trade union. And then in the leadership is second, like you mentioned. That is the reason sometimes they don't know that their predecessor, they got this social welfare through trade union. If in Scandinavia, trade unions are strong, social welfare is also strong. In some European, some Asian, but very less. Why social welfare system is strong? The reason is this trade union movement was strong. So here youth has to join the trade union because it is going very less. One time I have been told that in Britain alone, the average age who are member of their union is more than 35. So it means in between, if somebody get employment at the age of 20 or 25, then what are these segment of the population where they are? Why they are not union members? Britain is very important country in that sense, where trade union was very strong. One time the trade union, British Trade Union Congress was over 12 million, now they are 6 million. So here in this case, I think decreasing the membership worldwide is also a challenge too, and for worker right as well. Because one thing and moreover, young trade unionists and women are already now a lot, like here, and see in ILO Governing Body almost equal number, in trade union also this, and we in Pakistan did also a legislation how much women workers are employed. The similar number they should represent, at least above they can be. So by this way, I think the youth are very much needed to be encouraged in terms where that, and usually I am very honest in this, the elder people will leave, then youth will get. So therefore, we should also think about where we see that we have played our role, and we should leave to the other. I left it, I don't want to have praise myself, but I left it even in 2005 for a major cause as a general secretary to step it down. So here in this case, there are other good examples also, but we should see that how best we can perform well. where how youth they should come into trade union as well as trade union as well as in the leadership and nationally and internationally also in both situations.
So, Brother Zahoor, thank you very, very much for sharing your experience, but also for giving this strong message coming from your heart. We really appreciate this conversation with you, and we wish you all the best in your new life from Pakistan. Your voice has been really a great of options, a great of hope for many people, and we appreciate a lot your effort and your actions here at the ILO, in particular during many sessions that we attended together at the workers group, but also during the sessions of the governing body at the International Labour Conference. I think you are a true leader, and we appreciate really your engagement and commitment, and we hope to see you very soon in another occasions. Thank you very much for this insightful conversation. And to everyone watching, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.